Have you modified your own training now that you're nearing 50? Yeah. I've modified the fuck out of my training since 2005. 2005 would have been when I retired, and I'm still trying to figure out what's best for me. You know, I've tried bodybuilding phases where, you know, I dieted and got lean, which the dieting part sucks, and but I like the training part. I've tried more training just for life, you know, to feel better every day. And out of all the training I've tried since I've retired, that was by far the worst. I might have felt better during the day, but I hated going to the gym because I hated everything that was in there. So I kind of think I'm fucked up in a way that I would rather kind of feel like shit all day long and do what I love to do in the gym than vice versa. I've tried phases of training that were more strength-based. And that's kind of where I am now, where I'll spend part of the year just on the bodybuilding type of stuff, and then I'll spend another part of the year more in a preparatory mode, because when anybody does a lot of bodybuilding work, and that's the main emphasis is the bodybuilding work, you're going to lose some of the conditioning that you need to lift heavier weight. So there has to be some type of transitional phase to be able to get to a point to be able to support the heavier weights again. So I do have 3-4 months of the year, which is more bodybuilding type training, which is definitely easier on the joints. To me, it's boring. It's extremely boring. It's higher volume. Then I have a transitional phase, which isn't as boring because it's kind of working towards something. I call it trying to get to the starting gate. And then when I get to that starting gate, then I will pick an exercise that I can do relatively safely for 1 rep max and work and see if I can break an all-time PR on that and kind of use all the knowledge that I've had. But instead of it being a competitive squat, a competitive bench, or competitive deadlift, it might be a yoke bar squat, or it might be deadlifts with chains. And then I build my training program around what I need to do to make those lifts better, which is more of a conjugate method. That's where I am now, and I love that because it gives me that hard push for, you know, a few months out of the year, which, yeah, I pay the price for it. It beats the shit out of me, and I need to learn how to dial it back just a little bit, because the last time I did this, I paid a big fucking price for it, probably more of a price than I expected. So I need to learn how to dial that back some. But yes, I do change my training, and I'm just throwing some ideas out there, you know, for other people who could be in the same boat. I'm never going to compete again, you know, so that's kind of out of the cards. It's, even if I could physically, mentally, I don't want to put that much time, effort, and focus into it because I have too many other things going on in my life. But I can work towards those other objectives and still maintain some degree of balance. And I'm still trying to figure it out. So I can't sit here and say I have it all figured out. So the older you get, the more beat up you get. The key thing is just to keep coming in the gym. Even if you're sick and you're beat up and you're really fucked up and you can't train, and just walk in the gym, grab a bar, and walk back out. So you still have the habit, so you still know that there's something waiting for you that you want to get back to. It may take longer than you think to be able to get back to it, but just by walking in and being around it, it kind of keeps that in your blood. And I'm a meathead by blood, so I'm always going to walk in, but there's been a lot of times that I can't train, you know, so that's all I can do, just walk in, grab the bar, walk out. And when I'm in there, it's the whole time you're thinking, I'm going to be back. You know, it's just a matter of time. So that's kind of how my training is. It's also why I don't really keep a training log. I may pull it back up again if people actually give a fuck. But because it's kind of hard to explain how the different phases go in and out of that.
Dave is one of these guys that is currently fucked up, and we are going to try to rebuild Dave Tate. You know, over the years, trashing the body, doing world-class things under the bar, it takes its toll. Dave's dealing with some big orthopedic issues, and after going through some of his medical history, some of his training history, and his current training status, we have some work to do. That's why I'm here at the Elite FTS headquarters, and we're going to be spending an entire day assessing, evaluating, and getting a game plan to move Dave Tate forward.